Hello everybody and welcome to WMRB News. My name is Mr. B. Thank you so much for tuning into our broadcast today. In today's top story, we are still out of school. Everyone is home, doing homework, learning music, having fun with their families, doing the same thing we've been doing for the last 8 weeks. That's our top story. Now, time to go to sports. Hello everyone, I'm Mr. B with sports. In today's sports news, you'll never believe it, but the Browns are actually looking pretty good. We had a really solid draft this year. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have a big comeback year. OBJ is ready to drop some touchdowns on this world. Browns ready to go. I'm predicting a Super Bowl for Cleveland. Now it's time to go to the weather. Well, thank you. I'm Mr. B with the weather. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out there today. It's going to be sunny in the morning, 67 degrees. Now, later in the afternoon, you're going to see some clouds come in. It's going to still be 67 degrees. Now, unfortunately, later this evening, it's going to get down to about 61 degrees. We're going to have some rain this evening. So you're going to want to make sure to have an umbrella and the proper instruments. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Tomorrow, going to be a beautiful day. Sunny, 69 degrees, absolutely gorgeous. That's my weather report. Now, let's go take it over to music. Thank you so much, Mr. B. My name's Mr. B with your music report. Well, you may or may not have heard it, but my favorite band, Water from Fire, just dropped a brand new album on the world. It's going to be fantastic. I heard that Mr. B and Mr. John sang some of the songs here on Mr. B's Virtual Virtuosos a couple weeks ago. So, you're going to want to go back and check out that video from last week. All right, now, on our broadcast, you know how we always do this here at WMRB News. We're going to start off with some music. So, normally, we would sing Welcome to the Music Room, just like I heard Mr. B did when he went on a field trip just the other day. So, we're not in the music room though. Today, we are going to sing Welcome to the News Report. Here we go. 1, 2, everybody sing. Welcome to the News Report, News Report, News Report. Welcome to the News Report. Here we go. Now remember, we use our singing voices. Are you with me? 1, 2, sing it nice and loud. Go. Welcome to the News Report, News Report, News Report. Welcome to the News Report. Here we go. Everybody at home, I need you standing up right now. Standing up, 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 up. We got to get that blood flowing. We're going to march while we sing. Here we go. And 1, 2, march while you sing. Go. Welcome to the News Report, News Report, News Report. Welcome to the News Report. Here we go. Very nice. Now we're going to jump while we sing. 1, 2, jump while you sing. Go. Welcome to the News Report, News Report, News Report. Welcome to the News Report. Here we go. Very nice. Now, due to limited space on our set here at WMRB News, we are going to jump left, then right, then left, then right, then left, then right while we sing. 1, 2, left and right while you sing. Go. Welcome to the News Report, News Report, News Report. Welcome to the News Report. Here we go. Did you get it? Because I kind of messed up. Everyone say, pull it together, Mr. B. Here we go. 1, 2, sing and jump one more time. Go. Welcome to the News Report, News Report, News Report. Welcome to the News Report. Here we go. Excellent job, everybody. Have a seat. You're doing a great job. Great job, great job. All right, now, let's run that melody toolbox a little bit, shall we? Here we go. Do, do, do. You got to sing it back to me. Come on. I need to hear your voices. Do, do, do. Sing it. Do, re, do. Do, re, mi. No lazy hands. Don't use lazy hands. I can tell. You're sitting down now. You're like, oh, Mr. B's not watching me. I can do whatever I want. No. Use strong hands. Do, re, mi. Mi, re, do. Good. So, mi, so, mi. So, la, so. Do, sol, la, sol. Sol, mi, re, do. Do, re, do. Do, do, do. Thank you, and that's where we're going to stop today. Now, as our weatherman, Mr. B, told you earlier, it's going to be raining a little bit later this evening. So I thought maybe today we could learn a quick little song about some rain. You guys want to sing a rain song? Now, there's a very famous Led Zeppelin song called The Rain Song. It's got one of the most famous guitar riffs ever. We're not going to be learning that rain song today. Oh no, I've got something just a little bit different for you. It's going to be really, really easy, all right? I'm going to sing it 3 times, and then you're going to sing it back to me. We're not going to do any echoing, none of that. I sing it once, listen. I sing it again, listen. Get ready to sing. I sing it the 3rd time, then you're going to sing it back to me. Here we go. 1, 2, here's how it goes. It is raining on my head, on my head. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. I told you it was easy. So it is raining on my head, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet. Here we go. I'm going to sing it again. This is my 2nd time. It is raining on my head, pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. That's the 2nd time. I'm going to sing it one more time. So this time you might want to practice just a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, this is the last time. It is raining on my head, pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. You got it? You ready to sing this? Everyone stand up. Get up, get up, get up, 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 up. All right, here we go, here we go. It is raining on my head, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet. What's up, Rohit? How you doing? It's good to see you, buddy. Here we go. 1, 2, everybody sing. It is raining on my head, pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. You got it? You got it? Here we go. Now I need a steady beat, all right? Everybody steady beat with me. And 1, 2, singing steady beat, go. It is raining on my head, pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Nice job. All right, now let's do just a quick little bit of Melody Toolbox, all right? So we're going to do this really, really quick because I know this is going to be easy. Now remember, in the Melody Toolbox, when we're Melody Toolbox detectives, I sing it using the words and my hands. You sing it back to me using the Melody Toolbox. So is the words, it is raining, are those words in the Melody Toolbox? Nope, they are not. So we got to use the Melody Toolbox. Now I'm going to go like this. Watch. It is raining. I'm going to do that 2 more times. I want you to type into the chat box when you think you know what it is, all right? Here we go. It is raining. I'm going to do it one last time. It is raining. Type it in. Which one of my Torrance Creek Eagles is going to get that Melody Toolbox? It is raining. Type it in, type it in, type it in. Let's see who's going to get it. Remember, we're using the Melody Toolbox, not the words. Think about where it starts. Think about which direction it's going. And think about where it ends. It is raining. Let's see who's going to get it. I'm looking. I need those answers. Come on, type them in. It is raining. Who's got it? Boom! There we go. We got Josh. We got Zach. We got Molly. We got Carell. I love it. Thank you, Torrance Creek Eagles. That's right. It's like this. Do, re, mi, do. 1, 2, your turn. Sing it. Do, mi, do. One more time. Sing and use your hands. Do, re, mi, do. Excellent job. All right, now, whoo. Next line. Here we go. Turn to someone in your house and say, let's do this. Here we go. All right, next line. Think about where it starts. Melody toolbox. On my head. I'm going to do it one more time. On my head. Type in when you think you know that line, the second line in the melody toolbox. Good job, Ava. That's the first line. Nice job. Let's get that second one. On my head. On my head. Who thinks they've got that? Think about where it starts. Think about which direction it's going. Think about where it ends and type it in when you've got it. On my head. Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got it? Let's see who it's going to be. It's important even on news broadcasts to stay hydrated. On my head. Rohit's a little confused. He's not quite sure what it is. Let's find out. On my head. Boom! Josh and Zach, y'all are rocking it out today. I'm so glad that you came to Mr. B's Virtual Virtuosos. That's right. It is mi, fa, sol. Sing it. My turn. Mi, fa, sol. Sing it. Mi, fa, sol. Good. Now, we're going to put those two together, all right? Nice job, Noah. Good. All right. So the first one, remember, good work, Rohit. It sounds like this. Do, re, mi, do. Do, re, mi, do. And the next one is mi, fa, sol. Mi, fa, sol. Let's put those two together, all right? Here we go. Here we go. Best singing voices and hands. 1, 2. Sing the first two parts. Go. Do, re, mi, do. Do, re, mi, do. Mi, fa, sol. Mi, fa, sol. Are you with me? Good. All right. Now. You know what? I think we've got time to do the last ones. Okay. So this one's going to be a little bit tricky, all right? Pitter, patter, raindrops. That's really hard. I can't even do it with my hands. We're going to skip that one, okay? So here's what we're going to do. For the first half of our song, we're going to sing the words and hands. Everyone say words and hands. Say it. Good. So for the first two lines of our song, we sing words and hands. Second half of our song, best singing voice, all right? Are you with me? First half, words and hands. Second half, singing voice. Here we go. And 1, 2, sing the whole song. It is raining, it is raining on my head, on my head. Keep going. Pitter, patter, raindrops, pitter, patter, raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. How'd you do? Can we do that one more time? One more time together. Here we go. First half, hands. Second half, voices. 1, 2, sing and use your hands. Go. It is raining on my head, on my head. Pitter, patter, raindrops, pitter, patter, raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. How'd you do? Sounding good, sounding good. All right, so that was our music report. Now it's time to go to arts and crafts. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to WMRB News today. Now, today what we're going to do, since it is going to be rainy tonight, and since we are singing about rain, we are going to make our own instrument. Can anybody think of an instrument that might have something to do with rain? I'll give you a hint. We've got them in my music room at Torrance Creek. I'll give you a hint. You don't strike them. You also don't scrape them. You shake them, but you shake them in a very particular way. We've used them in our haunted houses before. We've used them while we play xylophones. Does anybody know what that instrument might be that we might be creating today? I'll give you a hint. I'm going to start pulling out some of the materials and let's see if you can figure it out. The first material that I've got here is I've got a tube of wrapping paper. So I've got my big wrapping paper tube. Now this right here should probably give it away already. If you don't know what the answer is, you should probably know just by looking at this, all right? So we've got our wrapping paper. Now, we've also got toothpicks. So I've got wrapping paper and toothpicks. Have you figured it out yet? Boom! Molly Howe, that's what I'm talking about. It's a rain stick. I love it. Thanks so much for tuning in today, Molly. Now, we've also got some rice. Now, I have 2 bags of rice. I have jasmine rice and I have brown rice. One's a little healthier than the other, but we're going to use them both. All right, now, the last thing I've got over here is I've got some duct tape and some scissors. So, if you have any of this stuff on hand, you can even use a paper towel tube if you don't have a wrapping paper tube. Anything like this that's kind of in this tube shape, all right? Some toothpicks, duct tape, scissors, and rice. All right, now, if you can go get this stuff right now, awesome, go do it. If not, don't worry. You can come back to this video at any time and you can follow these instructions so that you can make your own rain stick. Because we're gonna make our, well, I'm so sorry, we have to go to commercial break here real quick. Everyone, we'll be right back. Why don't you take this time during the commercial to go get these materials if you need them. I'll leave this picture right here so that you can see what we've got, okay? I'll see you back in 30 seconds. Great. All right, and we're clear. Makeup! Makeup! Coffee! Taryn, where's my coffee? Thank you. Thought you knew I'm kind of a big deal around here. Oh, that's hot and delicious. Makeup! Makeup! I don't feel like I have enough powder. Makeup! Thank you. That's so much better. All right. Man, whoever that sportscaster was earlier talking about the Browns, I don't know who he thinks he is. The Browns aren't going to win a thing this year.
We're back online in 3,
Browns?
2, 1.
Total garbage. Anybody that thinks the Browns are going to win a single game this year. Oh, hi, we're live. Hey, it's great to have you back. So, thank you so much again for tuning in to WMRB News. Now, we've got our materials here that we're going to be making our rain stick with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take any of my wrapping paper that's on here and I'm going to unroll it, but I'm going to save it, all right? Because I'm not going to throw it away because you might have a present that you might need to wrap here sometime soon. So I'm going to unroll this paper. Did you know that when my daughter was young, when she was your age, the penguins were her favorite thing in the whole world? Favorite animal. Did you know that little pencil holder that I have on my desk that's a penguin with a surfboard? That used to be her toothbrush holder in her bathroom when she was a little kid. So we're unrolling this wrapping paper. It's almost all done. And now I've got my tube. So I'm going to take this wrapping paper and I'm going to set it aside because I might want to use it later. You can do the same thing with your paper towels or with your wrapping paper. I feel like there's a little extra powder on here. I think makeup might have gone a little bit overboard. What do you think? So I've got my wrapping paper. Now for today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half because I want to make a smaller rain stick. And I don't want to take as much time. So I've got this guy right here. So if you want to use a paper towel tube, that's fine too. But I've got my thing right here, okay? Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my toothpicks, right? And I'm going to stick, well, you may need to find a little push pin. This little push pin is going to help you out. Because if you use the push pin, you can poke a hole in your tube and then you stick your toothpick through. So you can see I didn't poke it all the way through. I just put it through until it touches the other end. Okay? So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to poke some more holes in my tube. And I'm going to stick some more toothpicks in. Don't worry about a thing. We're professionals here. All right? Now, you can put as many toothpicks in as you want. I would probably put more toothpicks as opposed to less toothpicks, just to make sure you really get that rain stick sound. I'm not going to spend all day here making this rain stick, but I do want to show you how it's done, okay? So I'm going to poke some more holes in. So hopefully you've got your stuff. Starting to look kind of weird, huh? Starting to look maybe like a cactus. So I'm going to keep putting in my things. And now remember, again, if you don't have these materials with you or in front of you right now, that's okay. Whenever you get them, you can come back to this video and we can make it together. And I'll be here. And I will still be having the makeup on that I had on before. And I'll still be on WMRB News. So look, now if you look through here, you can see how there's all these little toothpicks and stuff in here. And that's where the rice is going to flow through. All right? So you just want to have enough stuff for the rice to hit when it goes through that it's going to make a sound. Because if you didn't have these toothpicks and you were just throwing the rice through, it would just go all the way from one end to the other, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and it wouldn't sound like rain. There would be no trickling. So that's why we got to get this. Now you see what I'm doing? I'm taking this little push pin and I'm poking a hole in it so that my toothpick can go through. Because if I didn't do that, you might have seen that it kind of like folded up my wrapping paper. All right? So we got this. Now I'm going to do just a few more here to make sure we get that good rain stick sound. All right? Now while I'm finishing this up, let's sing our song again real quick. All right? So even if you don't have these materials, you can sing with us. All right? I'm going to put a few more holes in while we sing. So it sounds like this. It is raining on my head, Pitter patter raindrops, I'm all wet. All right, that looks pretty good. So if you look through, here's what it looks like on the outside right now. I know it looks kind of dangerous and it looks a little weird, but it's because we're not done. All right? So if you look through here, you can see there's a whole lot of like those little toothpicks that are going through, and that's going to stop that rice from coming through. All right, I'm going to put just a couple more in here to make sure that we have it all full, and then we're going to start cutting these off, and you'll see what it's going to look like. And I think you'll really start to recognize it as a rain stick here in just a minute. All right, last one. Great. So this is what it should look like. You should have your toothpicks in. They should be going through the middle to the other side. And now what you're going to do is you are going to take some scissors and you're going to cut your toothpick. Now, here's something to think about. These toothpicks are going to go flying when you cut them. So what you can do is you can actually hold your hand over it like this, and it might still go flying. So just get a broom afterwards, all right? So I'm going to cut all these off. You see them flying everywhere? Especially if you have doggies, make sure you pick these up because you don't want your doggies to find these chewing on them. All right? And you know I've got doggies and you know that they like to chew on this kind of stuff. It's flying everywhere. Don't tell my producer. She's going to make me vacuum the floor after this. All right, you see how I'm cutting all these off? And now it's starting to look a lot more like a rain stick. Boom, look at that. And if you look on the inside, they're still in there. All right, now if you think back to the rain sticks that we have in our class, you know how some of them have those little pointy things on the outside and they're a little bit sharp? That's all this is. They're just little pieces of wood that are in there to make sure that the rice or the beads or the beans or whatever you decide to use, it actually sounds like rain. All right, so now we're on to our next step. All right? I'm going to take my duct tape because we don't want to get these little pointy things. We don't want them to just scrape us up, right? So I'm going to take some duct tape and I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to measure it the length of my tube, okay? Because if I do that, then I can wrap it like this. Now this could get a little bit messy and a little bit sticky. So just be careful. And I'm going to go like this. Boom, I wrap it. And what's really cool is if you have some fun colored duct tape, you can use that too. And then your rain stick comes out a really cool color. So I'm going to take another piece of duct tape like this. I'm going to measure it out. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to keep wrapping. And I'm going to do this for all the sides of my rain stick. So as you can see, all those little pointy things are starting to get covered by the duct tape. And it's making my rain stick a little stronger. So I'm gonna take another strip of duct tape. How we doing? You guys with me? Producer says I have to vacuum. I don't know about that. We'll see. Don't we have some staff here that can vacuum for us? Don't we have some staff in this house?
Nope.
No staff, says the producer. It's all on me. All right. Now I'm gonna put one last little tiny piece of duct tape right there because it didn't get closed. Great. All right, so now, if you've done that, and I know I'm moving really, really quickly, so you can come back to this video and you can check it out anytime. But if you've done it right, here's what you should have. You should have a tube covered in duct tape with all your little toothpicks still inside. All right? Now, here's how we're gonna finish up our rain stick. What I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of duct tape that's about this big, okay? So you're gonna go like this, and I want you to fold it in half so that the sticky parts cover each other. All right? So we're like, just like this, it's not sticky anymore, okay? And you're gonna take that, and you're gonna set it on the end of your tube. Now it's not gonna stick, and that's okay. We don't want it to stick, all right? So you've got it there on the end of your tube, and it's gonna sit like this, okay? Now the next thing you need to do, here, I'll hold it like this. Maybe I'll use the force. Ah! For a second, I thought I had the force. All right, so I'm gonna take another piece of duct tape because this is what we're gonna take that piece down with, okay? So I've got this piece like this, and then I'm gonna close up. Duct tape is really sticky, so be careful. If I'm struggling with this, you're probably struggling a little bit too. That's all right. You don't have to be in a hurry. I'm just moving kind of fast so that we can get done with this together. All right? So now, I've kind of got that wrapped up, and I'm going to keep wrapping it up. I'm going to use a couple more pieces of tape to make sure that I close that in. Now, the reason that we folded that piece of tape is so that rice on the inside doesn't get stuck to the tape. Because if the rice got stuck to the tape, there'd be no rain sound because the rice wouldn't be moving anywhere. Okay? So here is what it's starting to look like right now. See how it's closed up on the end? I have it closed up on one end, and I've duct taped it. Now you can tape it as many times as you want, just to kind of make sure it's like really, really closed. So I'm gonna give it one more good round here in the end to make sure we have a nice tight seal. Ta-da! Everyone say ta-da! So here's what we've got now. We've got a tube, duct taped with toothpicks on the inside, and one end of it is closed. So what do you think we're gonna do next? Give you a hint. It's rice time. Now, if the producer said that I needed to vacuum earlier, I think I'm really gonna need to vacuum now because we got some rice going on here, people. So I'm gonna take it like this. I'm just gonna slowly pour. You hear it going in, it already kind of sounds like a rain stick. This is about to be the most awesome rain stick in the history of rain sticks. And it's going to be my favorite because I made it with you. So we got some more rice. I think that's probably enough. What do you think? And you can test it by going like this. Watch, I put my hand on it. Now let's check. Hear it trickling? There's that rain sound. Yeah. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to close up this end. Now, if you're not getting as much of a rain sound as you want, what you can do is you can add a lot more toothpicks because the more toothpicks you add, the more trickle you're going to get. So I'm going to fold up my piece of duct tape just like this on the end to make it not sticky. Da-da-da-da. And I got it like this. It's going to go like this, and I'm going to tape it down just like I did on the other side. All right? We're almost done. We almost have a fully functional rain stick. Like they say about the Death Star. This battle station is fully operational. This rain stick is fully operational. All right, here we go. One last piece of tape, and this thing is done, 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 done. All right. Now, I'm pretty excited about my black rain stick. If you have different color tape, you can have a pretty funky color rain stick too. All right, check it out. I have one fully functional rain stick right here. Let's hear what it sounds like, shall we? Nice and slow. I got one little trickle of rain there in the end. There it goes, and it helps if you kind of twirl a little bit too, watch. Hear how you get some of that rain sound there? Now, you can try that with more rice, you can try it with beans, with beads, you can use Legos, you can use all sorts of materials on the inside of this. And you should probably try it with different stuff to see what works. Now remember, if you're not getting as much of a rain sound as you want, you can use more toothpicks, okay? So if I were gonna make another one out of this tube, I would probably use a lot more toothpicks because I would have time. But with this, I didn't want to bore you by using 100 toothpicks, all right? So now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my rain stick, and we're gonna sing our song, and we're gonna add some rain sounds to it, all right? So, all right. Do you remember our song? It goes like, it is raining. Here we go. So, instead of going like this, because think about our percussion instruments, all right? We've learned so far that there's 3 ways you can play a percussion instrument, okay? You can strike them. Let's see what happens if I strike it. I don't think that's how you're supposed to play the rain stick, all right? You can scrape it. It kind of makes a cool sound because of the duct tape, but that's not how you're supposed to play the rain stick. Or you can shake it. So let's check. You can definitely do that, but with the rain stick, you want to shake it super slow, all right? So we're going to go nice and slow. Every time we say a line, you should go 1 time, all right? So it's going to be like this. It is raining, it is raining on my head, bitter, better raindrops, bitter, better raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. See how that sounds? And now we have a little soundtrack to our rain song. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Let's try it out, okay? Now remember, if you don't have these materials with you right now, that's okay. Just come back and do it later, all right? These videos stay online all the time. Here we go. Let's sing it one more time. 1, 2, everybody sing, go. It is raining, it is raining on my head, on my head. Bitter, better raindrops, bitter, better raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. We have just created our own rain stick together. So tonight, when it's raining, here's what you can do. You can listen to the sound of the rain on your roof, or maybe open up your window and check it out, and you'll hear that little tinkle, tinkle, tinkle sound of the rain hitting the ground, all right? And you can get out your rain stick, and you can say, let's play along with it. Let's see, you hear that? Oh, I love that sound. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today for WMRB News. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and if you have any questions, I'm going to go over and hop in the chat box for just a little bit. We can talk about any questions you have about making this rain stick. And other than that, I'll see you back on Friday. So thank you so much for being here. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.